Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. We're joined by Jenny Lally to talk a little bit about the women's soccer team in the Olympics. And also I'm Brian Marr, of course, the host of every episode on here.
Everything.
So I feel like, do I even need to introduce myself? I don't know. It's always up in the air.
Could be a newbie.
Maybe this is the first video for you, and if so, welcome. So, Jenny, we're in the quarterfinals, right?
Yes.
That's what it's called?
We were in the quarterfinals, yes.
Well, this video is about the quarterfinals.
Sure is, yeah.
So we're in the quarterfinals. Obviously, people were a little concerned. The
Myself
U.S. lost their
included.
first game against Sweden.
Yep.
They got beat pretty bad. Let's not mince words. It was 3-0. A little worrying. They come back, just absolutely dumpster New Zealand. Just
Poor New
destroy them.
Yep.
At 6-1.
And the Australia match, which we will not talk about because it didn't exist.
Right. So you needed to tie. The tide is fine. It's in the past.
Moved on.
We're at the real stage, the real meat and potatoes of the tournament, if you will.
Tops, yes.
So tell me about this game.
Oh my God. First of all, I'm still recovering from the many heart attacks I had during this game. It was extremely close. We were playing against the Netherlands.
Yes.
As y'all already probably know at this point if you're watching this video.
Right.
Netherlands was a fourth overall team. We beat them in the last World Cup, so they were the runner-ups, and they were also the defending champions
For the Olympics.
for European champions
for
championships. So they're definitely, we knew going in was going to be a competitor. We even talked about in our last game podcast about how close it was probably going to be and how likely it'll be very few goals, maybe go over overtime. And we got overtime. Oh yeah, we went all the way to penalty kicks. After the actual regular time, we tied 2-2.
Yes.
We played 2 15-minute overtime halves, which are not like the golden goal. Like you'll play the full 15 minutes and see where the teams score through that. And then, of course, we continue to tie 2-2. And so then we went into penalty kicks, and thankfully the United States won 4-2. So we have officially advanced over to the semifinals. Yes. But it was, oh my gosh, how close. The game was incredibly back and forth between the Netherlands and the U.S. It was hard.
So how many teams are left now? 4?
Yes.
Okay,
so we're playing against Canada next.
That's, I guess, what semifinals means, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So four teams left for dummies like me who aren't super plugged into soccer. This is 4 teams, and then so just need to win 2 more. What most stood out to you in this game for the U.S.?
Well, we definitely looked a lot better. It was actually really exciting to see Williams on the field for the not the first time, but she actually was an alternate originally.
Okay.
And then when the Olympics made the decision to allow us to expand our rosters a little bit more, she became an official member of the team, which I think we're all very happy now that we did that because she started the game. She not only had her own goal, but also assisted our other goal that allowed us to tie. So she did incredible. And of course, our goalie Nair was definitely the all-star of the game. She did tremendous through the regular time. She stopped a penalty kick that was during the normal game that resulted in kind of a collision with O'Hara and one of the members of their team and saved it because I'm not sure we would have been able to tie it at that point if that penalty went in. So Nair definitely saved our little booties in that moment.
That's good.
And then, of course, during the actual shootout, first up was Vivian from the Netherlands, who's like their star player. She's literally scored 10 goals, which is like, I'm pretty sure a record in the Olympics. And their team as a whole scored 23 total goals, which is insane to me in only a handful of games. But she was up first for the Netherlands, and Nair saved it, which really I think set the stage for the shootout. So then she went on to save another one. All 4 of our members made their goals, Rapinoe being the last one, sending us into the semifinals, which was fantastic to watch. And also, side note, I was really happy to see Alex kind of get her own little mini redemption, not missing the penalty kick this time. But yeah, Nair was our life, our savior. She definitely did a great job this game. But yeah, overall, we looked really, really solid. There was definitely some slower moments in the game where we weren't really as in control, but we certainly produced far more opportunities than the Netherlands, in my opinion. And granted, four offsides again that resulted in goals that did not count. Seems to be a theme this Olympics. But I was talking about it with my mom, because my mom and my dad and I all watched the game together, which has been fun. And my mom was like, they're always offsides. It's ridiculous. Like, this is their job. But, like, I think the U.S. plays a very specific type of gameplay where they're really trying to make those really sneaky runs behind the lines. And, like, if you're the player on the field and you see someone like the defender there, like, you cannot tell that you're off by like a shoulder or a toe.
Often very close.
Incredibly close. And obviously they had to review multiple of those offside goals, and took quite a long time to review them. Just showing how close they were. So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. And obviously I couldn't do what they were doing. But at least for a viewer, it's super frustrating, because it's like, we just want all those goals to count, because does a shoulder or a toe really make that much of a difference between the kicker and the defender? I say no, but rules are rules. And but yeah, this was a really important game to win. Obviously, we did in the 2016 Olympics foul out in this round when we were playing against Sweden, also by penalties. So it was a little bit of deja vu moments and a little bit of fear that we were going to repeat history. Right. So I was very pleased that we obviously won and are advancing.
Yeah. So, who'd you say we're up next?
Yes. Canada.
Okay.
So
let's go.
Interestingly enough, actually, Canada is, I think, the team that we've ever played against the most.
Okay.
Kind of like everyone.
Yeah.
I looked it up. Our record with them is 51 wins, 3 ties, 7 losses. So I'd say,
oh wow,
theoretically, our chances are good.
Historically, yeah.
But by no means will this game be easy at all. The last time, 2 times we played them in the Olympics, we did win, but both of them went into overtime. So. Right. And actually, one of those games is probably like the best game I've ever seen in my entire life. In the 2012 Olympics, I think it was, in London. The one where Alex Morgan scored like this, I think, record like last second goal to win the game for us. That was like the most intense game I've ever seen in my life. If you guys never watched the 2012 Soccer Olympics, I highly recommend at least watching that game, or maybe at least all of them leading up to that. Yeah, it's solid. But anyways, yeah, so we definitely have a good record with Canada. And, players to watch in their teams, obviously Sinclair. She is amazing. And I'm pretty sure she holds the record for most goals across men and women in, like, history. So she will definitely be the one to watch. Obviously, our defensive line is pretty amazing. So I have no doubts that they'll be able to kind of keep an eye on her and hopefully not allow her to create any sort of opportunities to even take an attempt on their goal. But obviously Nair will rock it like she did this past game. But
and so that game is on Monday.
Yes, Monday.
So if you're watching this, hopefully on Monday when it comes out, then tonight. Or
no, it'll be
happened.
Yeah. It's 4 a.m. Monday. Yeah.
So you know what? I might release this on Sunday then. So that is at least ahead of the curve a little bit, and then we'll see. And then we'll be back to cover that. Anything else you wanted to mention?
No, I mean, I think this will be a very tough game. Just like the Netherlands was. I would not count Canada out at all. Sinclair is amazing. So is the rest of their team. That's the reason why they've gotten to the semifinals. So, I think it'll be a good game. I'm definitely hoping that we'll continue to win. And like I said, I think a few videos of ours ago, I'm still rooting for Sweden versus U.S.
Yes, so that final. It could happen. Who are they playing?
They're playing against Australia. So 3 people from Group G. From the OG groups,
right,
so
that this is going to be the group. Like,
I think for sure, to some degree, yeah. I mean, Sweden has been certainly, I think, dominating. So if we do make it to the end, I mean, like, part of me is like, I hope Australia wins, so we don't have to deal with that again. But also, I want the U.S. to beat the best, and I think Sweden's the best right now. And so I definitely would love to see kind of a true redemption for the U.S. team to get to the end against Sweden and win. And be the first team to win both the World Cup and the Olympics back-to-back ever. I think the U.S. team could definitely do it, but it's going to be a tough road, but I'm looking forward to it, and
yeah, I'm looking forward to watching
high
and
hopes.
talking about it. And
Hopefully
so,
not positive. Hopefully positive stuff.
We'll see you tomorrow after the game to hopefully be happily rejoicing in USWN.
Yes.
Thank you so much for checking us out. Jenny has no social media she wants
Sure
to plug.
don't.
So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come talk a little bit of soccer with us here on Wicked Good Sports. Like I said, this is Wicked Good Sports. Our main channel, comedy channel, is Wicked Good Everything. Our podcast channel is Better Radio. You can follow the channels on Twitter at Wicked Good Sport or at WG Everything. Instagram, Wicked Good Everything. Twitch, twitch.tv/Wicked Good Everything. TikTok, search Wicked Good Everything. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Pretty good, right? Nailed it. Got them all.
Yeah, you got it in this time.
Yeah.
Definitely an improvement from the
Well
last
practiced.
attempt.